And at this time, I'd like to welcome back our National Sullivan Chair, Jim Fox, and President Mirza back to the stage for the presentation of the AAU Alumni Award.
I have to read some of this. I'll come off script quick. Okay, President Mirza and members of the board and leadership in the AAU, we came together and we said, you know, the Sullivan Award is great, but we should expand it a little. We should expand it significantly. And we said, who would exemplify what we mean? You know, of course, the Sullivan Award, but who else? So I just want to say, this AAU Alumni Award is presented to the AAU alum who exemplifies the characteristics of outstanding leadership on and off the playing surface. Our first recipient, and I'm very proud to say, I know him, I know his family and his extended family, I know his coaches. I said, Joe, this is a natural. I mean, we're watching him every day in the NCAA. Probably becomes one of the most recognizable people in the basketball world during the NCAA. We all love the NCAA. And also, it was not only his tremendous performance on the court, but I watched him on the post-game stuff, the post-game shows, and they loved him. Michael, I think they kept you after the things well beyond the time because they loved what you were saying. So let me tell you a little bit about Michael for a minute. He began his dream and learning lessons through sports, playing in AAU basketball. From 2010 until he was in college, Michael was on the AAU courts. His father was the coach. His father was the administrator. His friends, our friends in AAU, ran his club. He represented the New York Metropolitan District, but he also represented every child, every young player. There was a great picture of him when we tried to research. There was a picture of Michael and I believe his brother, Michael, and his dad walking into Wide World Sports with their back and going, I said, wow, is that great? And how old were you, Michael, 10? Yeah, so, and you know, it started there. And it's something that really continues, and we see him on the national shows, and just one thing after another. Michael is a born leader and a proven competitor. We saw that through AAU events, but we also saw it on TV. It's because of the lessons his family taught him. Michael showed his determination to be a winner in all aspects of life. At Stanford, Michael was going to play lacrosse. He was given, I believe, a scholarship in his sophomore year. Big-time lacrosse player, Maryland. The pandemic came and, you know, red shirt, and Michael says, you know, I really want to play basketball. Sure, his dad had nothing to do with that. But, you know, he, all of a sudden, he started playing, and, you know, he went to Blair Academy, and after having a great career at Chaminade, one of our best high schools, but Michael went on to Blair, and all of a sudden, people began to notice him. You know, a lot of mid-majors, and then the call came from Stanford. The search for where Michael was going to open his next chapter of his life was ended. Michael went on to play at Stanford. He started all 3 years. Maybe it was an injury in the first year. He just stepped in. Us basketball people, his ratio of assists to turnovers was outrageous because he's a real team player. And all of a sudden, Michael is on a national stage at high major. The next thing that happens is Michael, despite all the pressures of being a breaking in young player, his academic at Stanford, he graduates in 3 years with a degree in economics, and no one gives you nothing at Stanford unless you earned it academically. And he goes in excess of 3.5 grade point index. And then he graduates in 3 years with a degree of economics. He then transitions to North Carolina State. The rest is history. And we're very happy to tell you, He's back next year too. God knows what amazing things he's going to do. He's an AAU guy, and his parents are AAU people. His family's AAU. And Michael, we appreciate and we applaud you. And would you come on up for a special award that President Mercer has for you?
4 seconds. O'Connell gets it off. And Michael O'Connell makes it a prayer to send this game to overtime.
I think we missed it. Okay.
Thank you.
Michael, could you say a word or two?
Of course.
First, I would like to say congratulations to all the finalists here tonight. It's a huge accomplishment, and I'm proud of all of you and all the efforts you've put in, because I definitely know how all the struggles and everything you've been through, so I'm definitely proud of you all, and congratulations. But yeah, I would love to thank AAU for everything it's provided for me at this point in my life. Thank everyone a part of it. I think all of the athletes kind of know it's where a big beginning of where your competition starts and where your dreams start to come true. When you're younger, obviously you're playing with your friends and it's all fun, but when you start playing AAU, it's where the competition really begins. And it's the first step to chasing your dreams. It's been a great journey for sure. I'd love to thank my parents. They put in a lot of time for me, and they never complained, which is kind of unbelievable because I know I've definitely complained through it all. So, but it was definitely great. You know, they spent a lot of time driving me around, flying all over the place, and you know, we joke around that every year there was a tournament at Disney, and that was our actual family vacation that we got to do, and because we never got to go anywhere because of sports. I'd also like to thank Rising Stars organization and Danny Gimple for, you know, allowing me to be a part of their AAU organization and basketball organization. And, you know, I think it's a big thing for basketball. Obviously, it helped me develop, but one of the biggest things was the leader on and off the court. They taught me, you know, the real morals and values of life, and, you know, just how to carry yourself, which I'm extremely grateful for. But it's been a great journey. They kind of touched on it. Started out as a kid running around the basketball court with baggy clothes on, to going to Stanford and getting a degree, which I'm forever grateful for. And on to, you know, going to NC State this year. We made it to the Final Four, and being a part of a dream you've been thinking about since you were a kid. You know, being in your driveway, getting the shots up, and practicing those game-winning shots, or, you know, game-tying shots in that case. But yeah, it's been a journey for sure, and it's all because of AAU, and I'm definitely a product of the AAU organization. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for you all coming tonight. Don't want to take too much of your time, so thank you, and God bless.